What was one of the most exciting or artists to work with, or one of the most fulfilling artists to work with?
You mean as a DJ or a comedian?
Period. Which artist
Ask me such every
left,
question
left
from
an
them.
indelible imprint with you? Which one impressed you the most?
You know, it's really okay. I I I MC that show, right, with Third World and Maxi Priest in Long Island back in 91, 92, right? And then I was asked to give a young artist in the crowd, a few minutes because she's a singer and rated, right? And it caused a little friction between me and the promoter of the show, Because I say the owner of the place asked me, say it's his friend. And
Who was the promoter?
The owner of the club up on Route 110, you remember my name, right? So he asked me if me say she's his friend, she can sing, if I can give her. But it's my forte to. So when he asked me and I decided to do it, the promoter of the show was upset and I said, boy, I am on the club if he want him friend to get some time to sing on the mic, him can keep a show for you, all right. So it started a little thing and I said no. But I put her on nonetheless after intermission and he was very upset. And when my back was turned talking to someone and when that young lady draw the first note, everybody was like, huh?
Drop mic.
Yeah, because they think it was Whitney Houston. And you know who that singer is today? She became big. She made about 5, 6 albums and just chill out. Her name was Dayne. Tell it to my eye. Tell me I'm the only one. From Long Island.
Shut up.
And because
Yeah.
because of that, she came very big. But during that time, she had, a little friend with her that was in her crew that followed her, right? And she called me one day and told me she wanted me to take her to the studio because she wanted me to make a record she can sing like Taylor did. Like Taylor wasn't really pushing her to go get. And she said she wanted to do a record, and she was only 16 at the time, like 50 Cent 15, right? Her name today is Mariah Carey, one of the biggest artists of this time.
I'm sorry. Could you just repeat that?
No, I'm not repeat. No,
yes,
it's a
yeah.
video. It's a wax.
The name was who? Her name was who?
Repeat it. Mimi. That's what I'm calling. Yeah.
Mariah
And you
Carey.
can ask her. She know it's true, right? So the opportunity I had to be an MC and a comedian at the time. I get to mix with the comedian and the MC. I get to mix with the artist. And we can go to dance. Well, we mention some, right? So like, for example, artists like Buju Banton. The first time Buju Banton come to New York, right? He performed 3 shows. One at Biltmore on Church Avenue in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
one in Paterson, New Jersey, and one in Connecticut at the West Indian Club. I MC the one in Jersey and the one in Connecticut. Pat McKay did the one at Biltmore. So then Buju's first Ore year in New York, I was involved in that, right? I got the job to MC that show.
So those shows, did they videotape them? So there must be videos.
Of course, there must be video of it, but I don't. Yeah, I'm sure. But in them days, you'll have a one man where they will hire to come do the video. So I'm sure they probably have them video there. Cause you'd have a one guy who go around and video all them things. They call him video man,
Yeah.
It's not like today where everybody has
Even the
camera and
promoter
stuff.
who
Yeah.
promoted the show,
I'm sure all of people sit down on some video and something as Zippy Gan,
Some of those old videos.
Yeah, it's not I.
You might see some of you pop up.
Yeah, people have them sitting and waiting for Zippy Gan to come forward and say, yeah. So them can't sit down on them and go on. Because all I and I rights reserved. So them can't sit down on them and go on. Them have to talk to Zippy Gan, about his reserved rights. But yeah, we don't knock no one hustle, because it go. What are we hustle? So we don't knock a man hustle. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like me say, the most important thing is it's your stage. You are the stage manager when you're the host.
Yeah.
You hold the tone and tenor and everything. So a guy can come tell you, say, because me can tell a stage manager, say, listen, no, me not do it that way, no, me have to do it that way, really. Because you don't want your show flop. You see what I do it? And you want the people them always up on the energy flowing.
You know, I was just thinking that a lot of people hearing this story, one of the questions that you hear time and again is, why did it take you so long to, to come out with it? And I do know that you are very, your first love or your first profession is your real estate and helping your community. But why did it take you so long to address this or even bring it to our attention?
Well, I accept that question, and it was asked in the previous videos. But I have a dilemma of a life, right? This entertainment
Dilemma
thing,
for life.
yeah. This
Okay.
entertainment thing was like me say is a hobby, something that I got into, something that I was doing, and because it wasn't as lucrative as my real estate career, because I started very young in real estate, so I had that also to fall back on. So I never really take the time to pursue and run down the entertainment thing, like I say another artist who that is craft and that is only means of living. He's gonna be in it, track it, promoting. When I made that video, I did it to whatever was in me to put it aside to do with the real estate. So
No, you've shared some a phenomenal story with us, and for the general public, or for those people who are familiar with the names that you've mentioned, Tyler Perry, Eddie Murphy. I mean, these names are just, and yet you speak so casually about it as though, it's not a big deal. And to most of us, we would be like peeing our panties if we were to meet Tyler Perry himself or have him use any piece of our work. How do you feel to know that your influence has crossed cultural lines, social economic lines, and have provided such legacy and fame for so many? And if the ones that you've mentioned already, are there more to add to that?
yeah, it's a confident feeling because the thing is, it's not like I'm pulling their name out of the air or I'm here making up something. So some people, unless I say these things, they wouldn't know and would never imagine because to them, I'm probably unassuming.
Exactly.
They see me around here, they think I'm just crawling like a mouse or something because, me just humble. Because my grandmother teach me one thing, She said, when you have a big stick, my son, you walk soft and carry. Right? Because if you walk and wheel your big stick, people are going to call convention and conference and take cross counts against you because they fear your big stick. So they're going to try to get rid of you and your big stick. So I walk around here very humble, knowing that confidently I'm accomplished. Because these things I'm telling you is an accomplishment and it's my legacy. So I'm putting it out. I'm not putting out to say these people, I mean make these people. That's not what I'm saying. But I was there at the germination. Let's say at the germination, because without germination, there will be no tree and there will be no fruit. So when me say it as a comedian, when I'm saying I shoot them and send them a street, it's just satire, right? But in fact, I was there at their germination. They might not remember me now, but when this video is out, certainly them have to go answer the question, who is this nigga saying that he did this to you? They're going to answer the question, so they're going to have to come and refute it. Let's see if they can refute it, because it's etched in time, and I have the receipt. See?
What do you hope to accomplish when they do recognize it? What do you hope to achieve with this exposure?
Right, because I'm unique in my thinking, and I try to have a different thinking than just the money or materialism or vanity. I'm looking to build structure and stuff with substance, like build some institution for the youth them, right? With here, Jamaica, the Caribbean, and places. Because a lot of these people have money resources, but the ideas are not there to use those resources to build institutions and build things of substance. I have that. But what I have is a stifling and stamping down of 5 funding pipelines.
Now let me ask you this. You say what, because to say that in light of what Tyler Perry has done is, not exactly accurate, because he has in fact built not only an empire, but something, studios that employ so many people from his community, and provided like something concrete to look at. So what would yours be? How would yours be different from that?
Right. So on a level, true me no speak or deal in the negative, me have to do the affirmative. So I have to look and ask you the question then, since you posed such a thought to me, that why then I would say so much people coming out now saying that he hasn't done anything to a black comedian or black actors. So much of his friends, I even see Eddie Murphy, Oprah Winfrey, and some of his friends come out and said these things. Why are they saying these things? And no, I have put out and shown to the world that it is my video that he used to create his empire. And it is not hidden. We have proven that, right? And many people have called since the video and say, yeah, man, him thief your things, man. Yeah, man, him thief the man things, man. Yeah, man, him thief, even my family, them will come and say, oh, what thing, him thief with thing. Yeah. So him have to step up.
I know that you were very careful not to say, not to quote anybody saying he stole it, but you used the word adopted. He adapted your characters. Do you still hold to that position, or have you now changed to the general consensus that you did in fact steal your characters and capitalized on them?
I wouldn't characterize it as stealing, and I tell you why, right? Because when I use the term adoption, even if you adopt a child, right, you have to pay the adoption fee to the adoption agency or to the family, to the mother and father, right? He hasn't done that. So in any case, it's the same thing. That's what I say. Brother, you forget to pay the adoption fee.
Can I say something towards that? Like, I think that you didn't answer her question. When you adopt something, it's 2 parties involved in adopting something. Either a child or anything, or anything. 2 parties are involved, right? So, I say, that's not an adoption.
What do you say it is?
That's stealing.
Okay. Especially, and let me tell you, and also, what was compelling was the fact that he removed it from the place of business, which was not traditional, or it wasn't typical, it wasn't professional, or the woman would not have remembered it so vividly.
Respectfully, though, I would love to move on from, we did that there and there. We love to move on to the other things. I will do that video already, and it is clear that him take me things. So however you want to say steal or adopt, me just say adoption mean you have to pay the adoption fee to the adoptant agency or to the mother and father, to the family. Put that aside. We may continue with the other thing. All right?